The Eurozone finance ministers have agreed on a temporary increase in their financial rescue capacity. Austrian Finance Minister Maria Fechter said that the 17-nation currency area will combine their two rescue funds for a year to make more money available in case of an emergency. She put the total figure at some 800 billion euros, which of course includes the bailout money that has already been spent on Greece, Ireland and Portugal. The bloc's finance ministers will meet today to approve the enhanced fund, which will prevent a new flare-up of Europe's sovereign debt crisis. We've got Tobias Blattner, who's European economist at Daiwa Capital Markets, joining us now on the show from London to give us his take on all the events that we are seeing play out across the Eurozone. Now, Tobias, to begin with, Eurozone finance ministers are all set to nearly double the size of the ESM and the EFSF to something like 800 billion euros, which they believe is sufficient to help them get their arms around the sovereign debt crisis. But would you say that's being too optimistic?
Well, we first really have to see what they actually deliver, because I think there are still two options open for discussions, and the Germans are still not willing potentially to really increase the size to 940 billion, because they want to limit the funds of the EFSF only to those that are existing commitments of the EFSF, and that would only be 200 billion, around 200 billion that are earmarked for Greece, Portugal and Ireland. But even if they would allow the entire EFSF capacity to be transferred to the ESM, so that the total size increases to 740 billion, which is really the funds which would be available, it would not likely have a marked impact, I think, on the markets, simply because it would still not be enough to really bail out Spain and Italy if these two economies were to come under more intense pressure again in the financial markets. But clearly, at least, it's a good signal that there is some willingness to increase the resources that are currently available.